guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about what was in the news recently, and I was really interested in learning about the situation because I've never heard anything like this before happening. So I had to do some research on it, and I'm going to let you guys know what happened. So if you're interested in the title of this video, then just keep watching. On July 9, 2023, an excited couple was ready to welcome their baby into the world after a long, high-risk pregnancy. They waited 9 long months to meet their firstborn child. You know the excitement of being a first-time mommy or a first-time daddy. And not only them, it's the whole entire family. Everyone is just so excited to meet their brand new baby. So just imagine this couple being so excited to welcome their first baby. I mean, getting the diaper bag ready for the hospital, getting the car seat in the car to bring their baby home, calling their family members, letting them know that it's time. Just imagine like all the emotions that's going through this couple that's about to have their first baby. 20-year-old Jessica Ross and 21-year-old Travion Isaiah Taylor Sr. were given a hospital room to deliver their baby. After being in labor for 10 hours, it was 8:40 p.m. at this time, and it was finally time for Jessica to deliver her baby. I'm sure she was nervous, she was scared, she was excited. I mean, she's about to meet her baby. I bet all these emotions were going through her, and she just couldn't wait. Jessica began to push, and around 40 minutes later at 9:26 p.m., the fetal monitor showed that there was an abnormal heart rate for the baby. The heart rate continued to decrease until about 10:46 p.m. and by 11:49 p.m. there was no heart rate on the monitor. During this whole time when the heart rate was decreasing, the baby's head was stuck in her lower area. Now they say that this is called shoulder dystocia, I believe, dystocia, which occurs when a baby's shoulders get stuck behind the mother's pubic bone. This happens in roughly 3% of deliveries. While this was going on, Jessica and Travion had asked the doctor's name was St. Julian, if they could do a C-section, but the doctor told them no. During these 3 hours, the doctor had delayed a surgical procedure and decided not to get help quickly. Instead, Dr. Tracy St. Julian decided to apply ridiculously excessive force on the head and neck to try to deliver the baby. She used instruments like forceps and vacuums to try to deliver the baby. A total of 3 hours went past and the baby was still not delivered, and there was no heartbeat. So that's when she decided to do a stat C-section on Jessica, and the baby was delivered at 12:11 a.m. This is when the doctor informed them that their baby had passed during birth. Jessica and Travion were devastated. I mean, can you imagine going through all of that, delivering for hours or in labor for hours, and then at the end the doctor just tells you that your baby's not alive anymore? I cannot even imagine how they feel. I mean, I don't know. I couldn't even imagine how they would feel. After all this, the couple still wanted to see their baby. I mean, it's their baby, alive or not, they still want to see their baby. So they told the doctors, can you bring the baby over so we could see them? And the doctors were trying to discourage them from seeing the baby and discouraging them from getting an autopsy done, then just saying that they should just cremate him because they didn't have the right to a free autopsy. Can you believe hearing this after your baby just passed away during childbirth? Like, what are they talking about? The couple was like, no, I want to see my baby. Give me my baby. Let me see my child. And the hospital staff said, okay, we will show you your baby, but you just can't touch him or hold him. You can look at him, you can view him, but don't touch him or hold him. They brought their son into the hospital room so they could view them. Remember, view them, not touch him. And they had him wrapped up tightly in a blanket and his head was propped up. I guess they were just happy that they could see him and say their last goodbyes. They sent their baby's body to a funeral home to prepare for a funeral. But 4 days later, they were informed by the funeral director that their baby's head was not attached to his body. It was in 2 separate pieces.
Baby was decapitated. And they would not let them hold the child. They had to view the child through a glass.
How did they find out that their son was decapitated during delivery.
They found out on July 13th.
And this happened on the 9th.
Correct. They received, well, it happened on the 9th to the morning of the 10th. And they found out on the 13th when the baby got to the funeral home. The funeral home, Willie Watkins, alerted the authorities, called the Clayton County Medical Examiner's Office and the Clayton County Police Department, as well as calling the family based on the condition of the body, just to let them know, hey, you know, were you aware of this? And they were not. It's just very unfortunate that they had to find out that manner.
How did the child die from what you know?
I really can't get into that simply because the medical information, and there is a ongoing investigation with the Clayton County Medical Examiners, the GBI, and Clayton County Police Department.
Jessica and Travion were devastated and confused and just questioning, like, what do you mean my baby's body isn't whole? What do you mean it's in two different pieces? What do you mean the head is not attached to the body? What is going on? They were upset and concerned and trying to find out how this happened to their baby. I mean, they just lost their baby. Now they're hearing this news. They are just, I don't even know. I couldn't even imagine how they were feeling. I couldn't even imagine. After investigating, come to find out, the doctor forcefully was trying to get the baby's head through the vaginal canal. The doctor was pulling on the baby's head so hard that it detached from the body, and that's why the baby lost its heartbeat. Well, that's what they believe, why the baby lost its heartbeat, because she was trying to force this baby through the vaginal canal. Can you believe that? All those hours she was going through labor, trying to see her new son. I just can't even imagine. Why did the doctor do this? Why? The doctor performed the C-section. Remember the stat C-section that she had put in to do hours after labor, hours after delivering the baby, hours after trying to forcefully pull the baby out. Yes, well, during the C-section, she delivered the baby, and the baby came out feet first. Feet, body, and that was it. There was no head attached to the baby's body. The baby's head was still stuck in Jessica's vaginal canal, her lower area. The doctor then went and delivered the head vaginally. So the doctor knew all of this was going on, and everyone else in that room knew what was going on. They saw that baby come out of Jessica through the C-section with no head, and then they saw the head come out of Jessica's vaginal area. So everyone in that room knew that that baby was in two pieces. There was excessive tension and traction put on the baby's head and neck. St. Julian, the doctor, pulled on the baby's head and neck so hard and manipulated them so hard that the bones of the baby's skull, face, and neck were all broken. There was also hemorrhaging on the baby's neck and brain and around his spinal cord. You remember when the couple requested to see their baby? Well, when they let them see their baby, they wrapped the baby up tightly in a blanket and they propped his head onto his body and set him up to make it seem like he was in one piece. They knew they did something wrong here if they're trying to do all of this to make it seem like the baby is still in one piece. They wanted it to appear as if the head was still attached to the body, so that's why they presented him that way. And remember, they told the couple that they could not touch the baby. Jessica and Travion lawyers accused Southern Regional staff of trying to cover up the decapitation by trying to convince them to cremate the baby. I mean, that's what it sounds like to me with everything that I've told you so far. Is that what it sounds like to you? Let me know in the comments. So let me tell you a little bit about this Dr. Tracy St. Julian. She is a board-certified obstetricianist and gynecologist who has been practicing in the Atlanta area since 2004. She is a part of the healthcare group called Premier Women's OBGYN that has 2 locations and offers circumcisions, infertility treatment, and other services in addition to low and high-risk obstetric care. She has hospital privileges at Southern Regional and Piedmont Fayette. There are no disciplinary actions reported on her license. A spokesperson for Southern Regional Hospital said that the baby had died in utero and the baby did not die from decapitation. So remember in the beginning of the story when I was telling you that the heart rate was decreasing and then there was no heart rate at all. So they're saying during that time the baby had passed away. They're saying that the doctor did not decapitate him. That's what caused him to pass away. That's what they're saying. But how do we actually know when each happened? Like, how do we know she didn't decapitate him, then the heart rate was lost? How do we know that he didn't pass away first, then she decapitated him? Like, how do we know which came first? I just know that I feel like she is at fault because she tried to cover up what she was doing. But the hospital is saying that they are denying the allegations against the staff, and they also want you guys to know that the doctor is not an employee of the hospital. I see what they're doing there.
Why do you think they put that in the?
They're trying to distance themselves from this whole ordeal. They even came out and said that, hey, we in fact did report, but the medical examiner refuted that statement by saying, hey, no, we found out from the funeral home.
The hospital also said in their statement that the baby died in utero, and the attempts to get the baby out of the birth canal, they used drastic, basically, let's be clear, this was not anybody's, nobody wanted this scenario, right? The child is having difficulties coming through the birth canal. Things were done to try to alleviate that situation. Is the issue that you and the family have the way that was done, A, or the alleged cover-up, B, or both, A and B?
All of the above. All of the above. There were certain things that they could have done that they did not do, and we'll let those things come out in the facts once we do our depositions.
Yeah.
Southern Regional Medical Center said in a statement, "Our heartfelt thoughts and prayers are with the family and all those impacted by this tragic event. Our prayers also remain with the dedicated team of physicians, nurses, and staff at Southern Regional Medical Center who cared for this patient. While our sympathies go out to the family, Southern Regional Medical Center denies the allegations in the complaint referencing the hospital. Since this matter is in litigation, we cannot provide additional statements." As far as Dr. St. Julian, she is not an employee of the hospital. The hospital has taken the appropriate steps in response to this unfortunate situation. Brian Bayers, the director of the Clayton Medical Examiner's Office, said that the hospital did not self-report the incident, but they are in cooperation with the investigation. Now, what does that say to you guys? Do you think that the hospital was trying to cover it up as well as the doctor? Or do you think that, like they said, this is not our employee, we have nothing to do with this, we're over here, she's over there, and our hands are clean? What do you guys think? Also, put that in the comments down below, please. The couple's attorney said that the hospital staff should have had protocols to deal with this type of situation. There are other doctors that even said that in this type of situation, the patient was serving of a C-section, and this should have been done immediately. The couple's attorney said, quote, "We're going to put all these people who were in the room under oath and find out what they have to say specifically about what happened that tragic evening." And yes, they should, because I want to hear what everybody has to say. Why were you going along with the doctor saying, let's prop this baby up, saying that he's in one piece? Why were you doing that? Why didn't you report this to somebody? Why did this situation happen and no one stepped in to say, stop what you're doing. This is not right. This is not the protocol. We're supposed to do this. Why didn't anybody speak up? Why did they let this doctor do what she did? I want to know. Can I be there while they're saying what their reasons were for this? I want to know.
There's a 2021 Blue Cross Blue Shield study that dealt with racial disparities in maternal health. In that study, they determined, after deep scientific research, that in majority black communities, these women have a 63% higher incident of having damage to themselves or their babies. These numbers are similar in the Hispanic community. And then when you take this high number, the numbers are even higher amongst young people between the ages of 15 and 24. As you can see, Ms. Ross is both young and black.
The county medical examiner's office has not released the death of the baby. They are still investigating this to see what caused the baby's death.
A bit disturbing, to say the least. A civil complaint was filed against Southern Regional Medical Center. And in the complaint, it says that the hospital tried to conceal how this couple's full-term baby died. According to the complaint, the infant was decapitated during a botched delivery. The suit also claims that the hospital staff wouldn't allow the mother or father to hold the child after his death because hospital workers had wrapped the baby's body in a blanket to conceal how he died. The hospital is denying the allegations made in the suit.
The family is asking for a jury trial and are seeking an undisclosed amount in damages for the baby's life, Jessica's physical, mental, and emotional pain and suffering. The couple has been psychologically traumatized and is currently attending counseling. If Dr. St. Julian and other hospital staff are charged, they are facing charges of failure to report a death, concealing a death, and involuntary manslaughter. Do you guys think they should be charged with these charges regarding the situation? Do you guys think that the doctor was trying to cover up what she did? Do you think that maybe the baby did pass during childbirth? What do you think? What do you think? Please tell me your thoughts down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.